Good morning. Good morning. This is Charles Coachman, and this is Coachman on Real Estate. Coachman on Real Estate, working on my getting everything set. But Coachman on Real Estate, I am Charles Coachman. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Realty, Silicon Valley in Campbell. And we are just going to give an update for what's happening in the real estate market today in Santa Clara County. And I just want to go over a few rules for open houses and then some of the legal pitfalls that we are looking at. And it's just a consumer update that I want to talk with you about and inform you about with what's going on in the real estate market today. And these are rules that have been around for quite a while, but open houses is a little bit different for us in California right now and in Santa Clara County. And that's where I am. And I want to make sure that you are aware, because here, this is a big opportunity for us. But I like to get my show started each day with happy birthday shout outs. Kitty Hampton is a realtor back in Tampa Bay, Florida. So Kitty, happy birthday to you. Hillary Barber is a realtor in Northern California, out of the Roseville area, I believe. And so Hillary, happy birthday to you. Wishing you both all the best. And if it's your birthday out there, I wish you all the best also. Enjoy your day. God bless. All right, I want to take us back down and show us the companies that I am utilizing to do business with, and that's the Grow Live Academy. If you want to learn how to go live, check out the Grow Live Academy. If you want to learn how to do podcasts or live streaming, check out the Grow Live Academy. It's a Ken Walls product, and it is a terrific system. And he has put together a program that will teach you all the nuts and bolts on how to live stream and podcast. Ken Walls has done over 3,000 live streams himself. So there's nobody better to listen to. And then there's StreamYard.com. And that's the program that I am currently using and that I plan on using for quite a while. And StreamYard.com is a terrific program. Take advantage. It's simple to use. We like to make sure that everybody knows how to use it. And you've got a lot to learn. And then HippoVideo.com. Hippo Video. I use that to keep in touch with my clients and friends. When I have an email to send and I also want to send a video, I use Hippo Video. You don't have to upload. You don't have to download. All your clients have to do is push play and you're ready to go. And then you can find out about StreamYard and Hippo in the Grow Live Academy. So check it out. Check it out today. All right. Let's get going. I want to make sure that everybody knows, and this is what I've been saying for nearly 15 years now, the buying and selling of real estate is a team business. No team is complete without the coach. No team is complete without the coach. We like to make sure that everyone is aware of that. And let's get our information back up here. But I wanted to talk about open houses. For them to be open again in Santa Clara County, it's awesome. It's going to do a lot for our market right now. Our market is very busy as it is, and it has been for years, but especially over the last 12 months. Not very many homes on the market, so it's been driving the prices up. So we want to make sure that we learn how now to do open houses in the way that they should be done. Not only for the protection of the homeowner, but protection for possible buyers and agents that are working those homes. So let's throw up the notes. And I'm just going to go over this real quickly. We can get back to advertising open houses. No appointments are needed for open houses. We just have to make sure that they have room in the house to move around. So I'm putting a house on the market that actually has 4 bedrooms, living room, dining room, and kitchen. So I'm going to limit that to 4 groups, and that would be, let's just say, 3 people. So about 12 people overall. That would be 2 buyers and an agent. And if they're in, each person can be in a bedroom. Each person can be in the living room or family room. And that should come out to about 12 people total. I just want to make sure the groups aren't too big. So 12 folks overall in a house of 1,300 square feet. So we want to make sure that we're aware of that, and that we don't let more than that home can occupy, because you're supposed to also keep social distance. So you can have multiple groups in a house. We want to make sure that everyone that comes in the house is wearing a mask. We have to make sure that that is done. Everyone that comes into the open house must make sure that they are signed in, leaving the information with the realtor that is holding the open house. You want to make sure that you have that information. And that's just for contact tracing in the future. If you are going to an open house, if you are going to a home, and when it's not an open house, you'll still need to do the PAD or the PED. We still need, and you will see outside the front door, whether it's in a window at the kitchen or posted right next to the front door, you'll still see the rules, the COVID rules that have been set up, and you want to make sure that you're doing that. And again, social distancing. So you have to figure out what's right for you. What's the right number for you to have people in the house? So how many folks are you going to allow into the home? So like the home that I'll be holding open, hopefully we'll have it ready for this weekend. We'll get it set, and we probably won't allow more than 12 people. That's max, so that you can have 3 people in each one of the rooms, let's say each one of the bedrooms. 12 people max. I don't want to let more than that in there, because people will spread out. One person will get in the bedroom, one person will be in another room, one person will be in another room in the house. So I want to make sure that we have room for everyone to spread out. So that is great news. That is great news for open houses in Santa Clara County and throughout the state of California. It's terrific news. Now, there is a lot of things going on, and I just, we're getting, like I mentioned, we're getting ready to put a house on the market. So we've went through and we've filled out all our seller disclosures. And they're important. They're important to get those done. You want to try and get as much information in those disclosures as possible. On my behalf, I ask questions when the sellers are getting ready to put information on the paper. I just ask them the questions that need to be asked. Have you had any insurance claims? Have you had any property damage on the house that you've had to have insurance claims? Have you had any leaks in the house that have needed to be fixed? Whatever is going to affect the value of your home or the value of that property, you need to make sure that you disclose. If you are not certain of whether an item should be disclosed, be safe and disclose it anyway. One of the ways that can help you disclose things that you're unaware of, get property reports, get a home inspection, get a pest inspection, get a roof inspection, so you are aware and you can make sure that the Possible buyers are aware. Get them done ahead of time and let them see what is happening. Let them see what the inspectors found. Now, the house that I am going to be listing is getting freshened up. We're having some paint put in. We're having floors put in. We're taking down some items. We're painting cabinets. We're freshening up the house. The home was built in 1973, so there was a lot of freshening that needed to be done. And we're going to let people know that, hey, the house was freshly painted. As you can tell, the floors are new. So you want to make sure people are aware of that. Things that were just done. So we want to make sure anything that's going to affect the value of the house, as the seller, you need to let people know. You don't want to come back in 6 months after the home has been sold and then the buyers to find out that this happened and certainly you were aware of it. That causes disputes, and we don't want disputes. If you are concerned about disclosing something, disclose it anyway. Disclose. We want to make sure that people are understanding that. Another big thing that's happening right now, especially in our area, are multiple offers. Now, multiple offers have to be handled properly. That means the sellers need to see each one of the offers. Agents cannot just set offers aside. They're not going to work. Every offer needs to go to the seller. If you're going to do it all at once, that's great. If you're going to handle them one at a time, you need to do that. The seller or the agent cannot make decisions for the seller. The agent cannot say, he doesn't need to see this offer. It's just no good. Every offer needs to be shown to the seller and discussed with the seller. Pros and cons. When you are working multiple offers, sellers, you need to be aware of what's happening. What the offer price is, how many days is it going to take to close, and what other items are they mentioning in their offer. When you put an offer in, you want to show those differences in offers. If everything is apples and apples, show that. But if it's apples and oranges, you want to make sure that you're aware of that, because sometimes it's not just the dollar amount that matters. If somebody puts an offer in for let's say $50,000 more, but they don't want to close for 90 days, you better take a look at that. Your seller better be aware of that. We want to make sure when you get multiple offers that you're aware of everything that's in the offer. That makes a difference. What their length of contingencies are. Do they need a loan contingency? Do they want work to be done on the property ahead of time? Everything needs to be disclosed to the seller at that point. You want to go over those offers. Sellers, you should want to see everything in those offers. Buyers, when you are putting an offer in a multiple offer situation, your agent has to do the job for you. They have to be in contact with the other agent, with the listing agent, and find out what it is that the seller is looking for. Is it the dollars? Is it no contingencies? Do they need rent back? Whatever they need, you need to be able to let them know. You want to if you're a buyer, you want to make sure that your agent is telling you everything that can help you put you in the best place to get an offer accepted. You want to make sure that you're aware of that. Fair housing rules. There have been a lot of talk on fair housing over the last year because some things have been exposed, and we want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to buy a home. Fair housing means exactly that. No matter your race, creed, color, sexual preference, we need to make sure that everything is on the up and up. We used to be able to write what we would call love letters. Love letters in our area, we're saying no. We don't want love letters to come out because we don't want to take a chance from people from different races. We don't want to see people based on race, religion, or anything else accept an offer from somebody. Everything has to stand on its own. So, where we had been putting in love letters in the past for buyers to go ahead and write it up, send a picture of their family, we're not doing that anymore. And we're not going to be passing them on to sellers. We're going to let them know that, hey, we did get this in. Realistically, we shouldn't take a look at it. And I would like to go ahead and just set it aside. We'll look at the offer, but we're not going to look at letters attached with them. Now, if we get a letter that shows the qualifications, that's great. But when we get into talking about our family and the different things that we're looking at, where we've grown up at, and different stories, we don't want that anymore. We want to be able to show offers just as they're written. We don't want any family history with it. So those are some things that we have to do. We want to make sure that here's some legal tips that they gave us. Don't make decisions for your clients. So your realtor should not be making any decisions for you. When in doubt, disclose it. Put decisions in writing. Give facts and not opinions. Focus on the offer rather than the buyer. Your agent has to follow his NAR guidelines. We have to do that. Each of us that are working in real estate want to hold on to our license. So we have to do the best that we can, be ethical, and do the best possible things that we can for our sellers or our buyers. Your realtor has to stick to the transaction and should not walk you through legal decisions. That's financial decisions and legal decisions. Most realtors, by a wide margin, are not attorneys, and most are not CPAs. Those types of questions are legal, and you need help from those advisors that can do so. One of the biggest things that we're talking about right now is wire fraud, and we're going to end on this. Wire fraud. Buyers and sellers need to be aware of it. If you are going to wire your money in, if you're going to be making transfers, you want to make sure that the money is going to the right parties. Only take information directly from the title company. If you should get directions changing your original instructions, then you need to contact the title company, title and escrow company. You want to make sure anything that you do is coming directly from them, not from anyone else. Because what's happening with wire fraud, they'll change one letter in an email and they'll be getting the transfer to themselves. We want to make sure that we're doing the proper thing. We want to make sure that your monies are safe. in a time where high-tech people can take over everything from pipelines, to money transactions. You want to make sure that you are doing it right and properly. And we want your money to get safely to where it needs to be. So with wire transactions, huge right now. We want to make sure that we can cover it and that we cover everything properly. Because there are a lot of people that have lost an awful lot of money because they didn't follow the basic rules of understanding where that money was going. Never accept an email from somebody that you're not aware of. If you get an email that transfers or that changes numbers, routing numbers to where your money should go, call your title company, call your escrow company, make sure, confirm with them, because we don't want your money to be lost. Because once it's gone, it's hard to recover. I mean, there are some people that have recovered some of their funds, but most of the money, once it has been wired out, it is gone, because you normally just don't find out about it right away. And if it's more than a few minutes, it's gone. So this is Charles Coachman. This is Coachman on Real Estate. Thank you for joining us. We will be back on Friday morning. If you are watching on replay, if you could just mark that down for me, that it is a replay. And I look forward to you joining us on Friday as we're going to discuss more about what's happening in real estate in the Santa Clara County and the Silicon Valley. Have an awesome day. I look forward to seeing you. This is Charles Coachman, and this is Coachman on Real Estate. Look forward to helping you in the future.